Do you want to pass your Solutions Architect Associate exam in just 3 weeks? Then this video is for you. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Roman Patel and I currently work at AWS as an Associate Solutions Architect. I recently took my Solutions Architect Associate exam and I passed it in the first try and within 3 weeks. If you're taking your exam anytime soon, you can use this framework to maximize your chances of success. Before we dive deep into the framework, I want to make sure that you have the right foundation. If you haven't already passed your AWS Cloud Practitioner exam, I would highly recommend you pass that first. Diving straight away to SAA exam would be very challenging and difficult. You can use this framework to pass that exam as well. Trust me, it will make a huge difference to your preparation and your overall understanding of AWS services. Okay, let's get into the framework. First step, understand the exam format. I cannot stress enough how important it is to understand the exam that you're preparing for, especially the format. This exam is a multi-choice question-based exam with 65 questions in it. The exam is 1,000 points and you have to get 720 to pass the exam. Furthermore, the exam is divided into 4 domains. It is very important that you understand these 4 domains and what services fall under each domain. I would recommend reading the exam guide, especially for the people who will be using free resources such as free code camp videos. It is recommended because those videos might not be up to date with the exam format. So reading this exam guide will help you identify the areas and the knowledge gaps and services that are not covered on those resources. So you will have to take additional steps to cover them. Hope that makes sense. Second step, set an exam date. It is very important to have a deadline to work towards. And I find that I work best when I'm under a little bit of a pressure. So if you're anything like me, just book the exam. Don't worry, this framework will give you indicators if you need to reschedule your exam. Rescheduling is free of cost if done 24 hours before the exam date and time. More information can be found on this page. I'll leave the link in the description. Step 3, take a practice exam. This is a great idea because it will let you know your current knowledge of AWS services, as well as identify the areas that you need to work on. Don't worry if you don't do well on this practice exam. That's actually a good thing. We want to try and identify those areas before we start preparing so we can just focus on those and bypass all the areas that we are actually good at. Step 4, choose one resource and go through all the study materials. Now there are so many resources available for preparing for this exam. So I'm not going to go over all of them, but I'll make a separate video where I'll go over all of them and the ones that I found very helpful. But for the purpose of this video, I'll let you know about the one resource that I used predominantly, which was Stefan Marik's Udemy course, which is cheap and very easy to follow. It also has hands-on labs. So if you're interested, I'll leave the link in the description below. However, I would recommend watching those videos at 1.5x speed as the pace of this video was a bit slow for me. Step 5, do more practice exams. I cannot stress this enough. The more practice exams you do, better you will be prepared for the real exam. The one extra benefit of doing practice exam is that it will also help you identify the areas that you still need to work on. So whenever you give a practice exam and if you fail at a service or don't lack a knowledge on a particular service, go back to the study material and go over it again. Now there are so many materials out there for doing the practice exams. There are free ones, there are the ones that cost you money. But personally, I use Stefan Marik's practice exams. Once again, link in the description below. That's not an affiliated link. It's just that I used it, so I'm recommending it to you guys. Just keep one thing in mind if you're using his course, is that it's a bit more difficult compared to the real exam. So if you get easily demotivated by negative results, I would recommend using Tutorial Dojo's practice exam, which I hear is the closest to the real exam. But if you like a challenge, stick with Stefan Marik's course. It's perfectly good. Step 6, decision time. By halfway through 3rd week, you should have covered all your study materials and should have given good amount of practice exams. Now, if you're getting a good scores on those practice exams, then you're ready for your real exam and can go ahead with your scheduled exam date. However, if you're not getting the desired result, don't worry, reschedule your exam and don't feel bad about it. That the goal of this framework is to try and pass the exam in 3 weeks. It's not a do and die situation. You're investing time and money into taking this exam. So it is important that you're as prepared as possible. So that's the framework. If you follow the 6 steps, you can pass any exam, AWS exams you want. It's not restricted to Solutions Architect Associate exam alone. It can be applied to more advanced level, but the time frame has to be expanded because let's be honest, as you move up in the ladder, the exams get more difficult and difficult. There is one more thing I would like to add, and it's not associated with the framework, but to the broader concept of why we are taking AWS exam. The idea behind it is not just to memorize AWS services. That's part of it, but it's also the ability to apply these services to create secure, highly available, resilient, cost optimized architects that can help customers or your company. That's the main idea behind it. So don't just try and memorize the services, understand how they can link together to create something awesome, which I always find fascinating. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please feel free to subscribe and like this video. And when you pass your Solutions Architect Associate exam, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. That being said, thank you so much and good luck if you are taking your exam anytime soon. Thank you.